Hey, what's going on YouTube? Alabama Reloader here. So hopefully you have watched some of the range footage. Really good, really good range day. I was able to get quite a bit of shooting done. Yeah, I ended up taking 5 different rifles. I didn't shoot a ton of groups, but I was able to get quite a bit done that I was trying to accomplish as far as getting some stuff taken care of, shooting some groups, getting some more data. That way I can come back and kind of formulate the game plan, next steps, right? And one of those was with the Howa 1500 chambered in 308. So I've been really pleased with this rifle since we've broken it in. We are now at, go to the notes. We're now at 89 rounds on this rifle. So, but what I wanted to do, if you'll remember after the last range session where we checked our velocity, we shot 5 shots on our velocity. We're at 42.6 grains of IMR 4064. And I checked my velocity. I did a 3-shot group just to confirm 0. And then I checked velocity and then shot a 5-shot group at 380 yards, measured just, basically right at 3 inches. So shot really well. This go around though, I wanted to load up 10 shots, check our velocity, and at 42.6 grains. It was a little bit cooler today than it was the other day, but our velocity, we did see a difference in our velocity by just under 20 feet per second on our average. Last time we were at 25.78. This go around we're at 25.59. So just under about 19 feet per second difference between the 2 trips. And this one, of course, was a 10-shot sample size instead of 5. We did end up with a standard deviation in the single digits, although it was high single digits. It was 9, an extreme spread of 26. So the big thing was we had two shots that were in the 2570s. Everything else though came in the 2550s, 2560s. We had that one guy right there, 2549. So that was our low, and then our high was 2575. So that was kind of our extreme spread there of 26. We had a couple that were sitting right at 2551. So yeah, so overall not too bad on our velocity. It would have been nice if we could have had that a little bit tighter on our range, a little better standard deviation there, but it is what it is. So we're still working with new brass too, by the way. I still haven't fire formed all of this brass. I've got, I think I have 40 pieces left, maybe. Is that right? 40 pieces left, I believe. Something like that. Somewhere in that range is what I have left to fire form. So, but what I wanted to do after that last range trip, I wanted to go back, get more velocity data with a larger sample size, see what that looked like. So I did that with the 10 shots. Pretty happy with that velocity data. Then I wanted to also, because we had a decent shooting load at 42.6 grains and a cartridge overall length of 2.9 inches, which translates, for what we're shooting, it's 175 grain match burner in Alpha Munitions small rifle primer brass. Our cartridge base to ogive measurement is 2.250. So that's what we've been shooting this whole time. And all the groups that we've shot have been at that measurement as far as overall length goes. And it's been shooting well. So I wanted to come back, since our velocity seemed to be fairly stable. I wanted to come back because we had shot some decent groups. I wanted to then test, sort of different overall lengths. So what I did, this being the longest at 2.9, I dropped everything back in 30 thousandths increments. So, however you want to look at it, but I measured everything cartridge based ogive. So 2.250 was our longest. And then we dropped back to 2.220, 2.190, and 2.160. So that represents sort of our overall length measurement change. So what is that, a total of 90 thousandths of variation from the longest to the shortest. And I think the results are pretty cool, pretty neat. I feel like we shot pretty well overall with all 4 groups, but this the shortest overall length that we tested, that actually did measure out to be the best group size-wise. Now, you know, these 2 were very promising. I mean, we had 2 on both of these. We had 2 that were touching, and then just 1 that was outside the group. So, you know, if I were to do anything, you know, or look sort of in a range, I would probably actually come down here and load in between this 2.160 and 2.190. I mean, we had back-to-back groups that were pretty tight. And that one right there, especially where you had 2 and then you kick 1 out. So I think maybe in this range, we may come back and load up 2.160 up to 2.190, and then maybe go, you know, maybe load in 5 thousandths increments, right? You know, or 10, I don't know, but come back and maybe retest this range and see if we sort of see the same pattern where, you know, maybe it's tighter and then it opens up just a little bit and then gets back tighter in time to hit that 2.19 cartridge-based overall length. Cartridge-based to ogive length, you know, maybe it tightens back up. I don't know. It's just, it'd be fun to explore, and so that's probably what I'm going to do in the direction that we're going to go with the remaining brass that we need to fire form. Probably focus on this range, and then, you know, obviously we've been shooting pretty well at this extended or long overall length, and so, you know, maybe we back down just slightly and see what that gets us. I don't know, but I thought it was pretty neat, you know, that we had back-to-back groups that were pretty well, or pretty good as far as group size, you know, on the shorter overall length. So probably going to explore that, yeah, and go from there. I mean, it was a great range day overall. The 308 shot really, really good. I was pretty pleased with it. You can see the magneto speed does not affect our point of impact at all. So this was my 10-shot velocity group, and then I just transitioned right into shooting my 3-shot groups. These are 1/4-inch dots. So, you know, we had that hanging off the end of the barrel, and it had 0 effect. So good stuff there. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. I thought it was a really cool range trip, really successful in my opinion, and kind of gives us more information to go by, some things to go look at, you know, overall length range we can go explore. So that's about it. We'll wrap this one up. Again, you know, if you guys are wanting a rifle that shoots this good, well, you got to run down to Mr. Big Guns in Huntsville and go hang out with Matt and Tom and all those guys, because that's where I picked it up. So they only sell stuff that shoots really well. So go check them out. But we'll catch y'all next time. Y'all stay tuned. We should have, you know, quite a few videos dropping around the same time frame. You know, again, 5 rifles that I took to the range. So I kind of want to come back, make videos about each one and sort of the loads that we explored and the results that we got. There's some range footage as well that I'm planning on uploading. So yeah, y'all just check it all out, man. I really appreciate it. Y'all have a good one.